I think initially parents are concerned because they do have worries that they won't be meeting their maths goals or that they won't be achieving all of those benchmarks that you want them to achieve. But I look at how my son has developed and I look at, there is still some testing in Studio5. The teachers are watching the growth and measuring how the kids are learning. So I don't think they should be concerned about that.
The main thing is about preparing your child for taking individual responsibility for his or her learning. I think that's a challenge, and I think it differs how mature the kids are at age 11. I think in that sense we are privileged because we have a very independent learner. I think for kids that are not as independent or that are easily distracted, I think it can be quite hard, and I think it can be a little bit overwhelming. So somehow try to prepare the child for that. I'm not sure how you do that, but I think that's maybe the key challenge of Studio5, that it really takes an independent and responsible learner. That I think there is a need for a lot of support around those learners that are not yet there to help them get there, and to make sure that they don't get exhausted and overwhelmed. Listen to the kids, try to learn about what they are doing, what they're learning, and it's a good journey.
Parents heading into those, or that are heading into that kind of training, is that, well, it requires more from the parents in order to actually know what's happening. And I think from our point of view, that is where it's more difficult to find that, okay, what have you learned this week? There isn't any book that you can follow, or they can just, oh, now you're on this stage in your learning process, at least. So we have kind of, it requires more from the parents in order to actually follow the exact knowledge that the kids is learning. And maybe the knowledge is not linked to specific kind of subjects, but it's more like to way of doing things.
This system, or this way of learning, I think it's better to go through the transition from primary to secondary, because I saw my sons, well, not really struggling, but it's totally new to do that, and I think they learn it a little bit already now in grade 5. And in the beginning I had my concerns about, okay, a 10-year-old, how can she find her way in all this? But with the guidance and step by step, I think she makes it happen, and I think that system might be better for all the children going from primary to secondary. I had my doubts in the beginning if it's suitable for every kind of kid. But, well, let's see, for my kid, for Esme, this really works, yeah.
Basically, let them roll with it. Don't be afraid that okay, you have to work hard, you have to sit there, you have to do 100 math questions, you have to write 10 pages in an essay or something like that. Don't worry about it. The advisors in the class, they'll make sure that they still learn. Yeah, they feel like they're playing, but they still learn, and that's where the advisors come in. I've been talking with a lot of my friends about how it's done in Studio5, and a lot of them, how to avoid that they just do what they want to do, and then there's a lot of things they don't learn. But that's where the advisors come in. That's where all the goals, the individual goals set for each student comes into play. So don't worry about it. Let the student run with it.